Hey, welcome back, everybody. Thank you for sticking around. It's probably my disembodied voice that is the most attractive feature of this. When I come in, just a little bit when the screen's still black. You don't say anything, Jake. Don't say anything. Don't give them more to latch onto. So, what did you think? Did you watch anything? Were you generally aware of day one of the DNC?
Yeah.
Did you check any of the speeches out?
A little bit. Michelle Obama did.
Waxed him. Michelle Obama probably gave the best. Elizabeth Warren had the keynote. I don't know how you follow Michelle Obama.
Okay, well, first of all, Elizabeth Warren, that's kind of like saying you got some guy from Wyoming getting all fired up. You can say whatever you want. You represent Massachusetts. Am I wrong? Like, she's the attack dog. She will be the attack dog for the party forever. She'll say whatever because she's not going to get. I mean, you could do a lot of things to get reelected where she's at.
That's a good point. And to bring that back to Hillary, people give her so much crap about the Iraq War vote in 2001 or 2003. Yeah, she's the senator in New York. New York had just gotten attacked. Everybody thought that Iraq was involved. Well, most people, at least that was the story being pitched. How is this junior senator from New York, with Chuck Schumer voting in favor of authorizing force, how's a junior senator from New York, still rebuilding after 9/11, going to vote against that? Can't do it. Politically, you can't. It's suicide. You can't do it. So you're right. You have to make those kinds of compromises. But so Michelle Obama's speech was awesome. But I thought it was a little uncomfortable. The first few hours of that first day, gosh, boy, those Bernie supporters. When he came out, I watched the entire Bernie speech. It's pretty good. I was waiting for him to do the endorsement. Did you see the people bawling their eyes out while he's talking?
Yeah, that's a little weird to me.
Whew, man.
That is I see it in both sides. Like, that's just a little scary. It's like seeing the Beatles when they used to cry. That's what it reminded me of. I was like, ooh, don't.
Have you ever cared about anything that much in your entire life? I don't know that
politics
I have.
or individual other than my family. No, my grandpa. That's about it.
When my dad's mom passed away last, it's a year, July 19th, and she'd been sick for a while, and it was a blessing for her to finally be free from the pain and stuff. I bawled my eyes out.
Yeah, that's about it.
Right? Yeah, but for a politician, boy. I'm too cynical of a person to get that worked up about
me too.
a politician or a political
there's
movement.
Still people.
Yeah, right. But he did what he's supposed to do, and then he nominated Hillary. I will say I did get a little bit choked up and I think I was reacting more to the emotion in the room. There were a lot of old women on the screen.
It's a 102-year-old lady I saw.
Yeah, doing the roll call vote
right before I came here
to nominate Hillary. And the one who's like 93 that was born right after the 19th Amendment was passed. Yep. I did get a little. I think I responded to some of that emotion when they kept saying first woman nominated. It's a big deal. I think it's a big deal objectively, but it's a big deal to a lot of people.
Yeah, and I guess I'm obviously don't want to understand that, but I just go back to the point where when we elected Linda Upmeyer, the first female speaker.
Yep.
They walked out of there, and I nominated her. I got the joy of nominating her being the speaker. And walked out of the caucus, and all the press is there, and they go, well, how does it feel like to elect the first female speaker? I said, well, it feels really good to elect the most qualified candidate, Yep. That's how I felt about Linda, and I don't agree with anything Democrats do, either side, right. But I feel like they do the same thing. So I get it, but yeah, it's got to be a lot cooler for somebody that age, because obviously my generation, I'm 26 years old, and we don't see the divide as much as somebody that was born in she's 102, so,
right.
Wow.
Yeah, well, I hope she's not a Cubs fan. Maybe this year. Maybe this year she'll be born out. But she was still younger than the Cubs last World Series. I will inject Cubs, Doc. If you're watching, I will inject the Cubs into every single program when you're not here. I promise you, I will. No, it's an emotional thing, especially if you were if you had maybe parents, if she had maybe parents or that were on the lines in New York fighting for the suffrage back in the early 1900s. If you had maybe you have a mother or a sister or an aunt that was on the ERA lines in the 70s. One of my favorite college professors was in college in the 70s protesting for the ERA, working for second wave feminism, and was just as hardcore and as committed to that cause. And, we're poking some fun at people getting emotional about Bernie Sanders' speech, but it is inspiring to be with a person that is committed to a cause that has defined their entire life.
I have said this before.
That's why you got into politics, I'm sure.
Yeah. Said this before. I said, I don't care what you do as long as you're passionate about it.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. I made this joke more than once to people I speak to. I was a meathead football player, wrestler in high school, but I had a buddy of mine who was a band director. I don't get the band. I mean, you do whatever the hell you want. I don't get it. But he was the most passionate person I've ever met in my life. He thought the band was the greatest thing on the planet. He's now a band director, and he has big red hair. He just waves. He goes into it. But I'm like, I don't care what he does. He's more passionate about that than I've seen most people do anything in their life, and I love it.
It's exciting.
So I get passion.
Yeah, and I will say it was kind of stirring as a Democrat to see the party after the news cycle. It's so tough. It's hard for me as this liberal that is a part of the vast left wing conspiracy in the media to really.
At least you admit that.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's at this point. How can I not?
Yeah.
But it's hard for me to sit there and listen to this media coverage that is so fast now, that is so unnuanced, that is so just turning over likes the way that you do on your Facebook page, to talk about how distorted and disunified and fractured the Democratic Party is. Well, they must not be that bad, because there was all Hillary chants when she got the nomination and during the roll call vote. There's just as much cheering for her today as there was for Bernie when they were calling out his votes. So something must have happened between Monday and Tuesday. I don't know. I think that there's probably distortion.
Probably just Donald Trump.
Donald Trump. He made an appearance. He flew to Philadelphia and had I don't know if that would be.
I do have a hard time believing that everybody. This is based off my gut feeling, nothing on science or polls. I still don't think everybody's getting on board. I mean, there's some Bernie people I know that are just, they won't vote for Hillary. They won't I have good friends that voted for Bernie that are not voting for either one of them.
Yeah.
They might not, they're going to go vote. I know they will. They're going to probably vote for Grassley and whoever else, but they won't vote for Trump or Hillary. They just despise both of them.
Yeah. I'll tell you, they say that low turnout elections favor the Republicans.
Always.
It's hard for me to, even with a low turnout election, it's hard for me to know how he beats that electoral map. But Jake, it's been such a pleasure. We've hit the hour. We got to get out of here. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Plug something before we get out of here.
I'm gonna give you a quick guesstimation for November. Senator Grassley and Patty Judge have more total votes than Hillary and Donald Trump in the state of Iowa for the first time in a very long time.
I'd probably front you some money for that one, my friend.
Thank you, and thank you for having me, and I'll probably be back here soon.
Hey, thanks a lot. Thank you all for sticking around. I think the Doc is going to be back maybe next week or the week after. I don't know. I'll have to check in with him. But until then, everybody, please stay informed, stay passionate, and as always, stay tuned till next time. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Representative Tom Shaw, and I love these guys. Both of them.
Love these guys. Get over here. Love both of them.